Hi, this is my DNB 110 Project 2 Interact. I chose the microwave. Over here is where the display will be, and one of the main features is that it uses a number keypad similar to a phone if you're older, or unlocking a smartphone if you're younger. So a phone both ways. One of the reasons I chose it was because I thought that if it was a familiar number sequence in a familiar format, people were going to be more likely to use putting specific times in, rather than if there is an unfamiliar control system unique to microwaves, then they might just keep using the start/add 30 seconds or a minute button, depending on what microwave it was. Another thing I thought was useful is a lot of the times microwaves will make you press a button called power and then type in a number to change how much strength the microwave is, but I thought it should be easier than that. So rather than using space on the panel for, I guess, less useful buttons, like say how much time you should cook mashed potatoes, I thought the space should be better taken up by different percentages of power. So rather than hoping that the microwave you bought wants potatoes cooked the same amount of time as you do, it lets you pick which power you want. But considering that those microwaves are probably popular for a reason, it still has the most important three capabilities, which is to defrost something, which is often meat, because a lot of the times people who don't cook a lot of their meals in the microwave have a microwave so they can defrost. They probably don't want to learn all the controls and all the interface, even if they have it for years, so it's probably best to just have the defrost button and then keep warm and boil. One of the other main features is that the start button is going to be raised so that people with impaired vision can easily feel out for it, and then also people who are unfamiliar with microwaves, or such as older people, don't really have to worry about everything else. All they have to do is find the start button, feel over it, and then they'll be able to just start cooking whatever their meal is. Another thing I thought was important is a lot of the times space is unnecessarily taken by tons of options for different types of presets that the manufacturers have already said, hey, this is how much you want to cook your popcorn for. Whereas I thought it was more useful for people to be able to choose themselves how long they were going to put things in for, especially because people are cooking things of all different sizes and the sorts. So people would press the save button, which uses the same icon as a desktop, so that people are familiar with it. It's not surprising what it knows, what it would mean, and then they can put in the time. They put in the time they want, press the preset button, and then press the save button. It would make sense to people who use laptops or use computers at all, since it's a save button. And then the final feature in the interface that is better than other microwaves is a lot of microwaves do have the ability to turn off the sound so that it doesn't beep in the middle of the night, sort of thing, but a lot of the times that switch is located towards the back of the microwave, which most people don't really want. That's very inconvenient to have to take the microwave out of its shelf, especially if it's like very compact in there, or like there's recipe books leaning up against it or something of the sorts. So this one, in this place of where there might have been like an asterisk or something of the sorts, there's a mute button. Another thing is that I think it would be best if the mute button lit if it was muted, just so people who say they aren't trying to mute it, they just want to hear it be done once it's done, then they can just see that it's lit up and then press it again, and then they're all good to keep going. Thank you.